Good morning, everyone. We have a successful fledge of 4 Bluebird babies this morning. Unfortunately, despite being up at 6:30 to help make sure they had a successful launch, because today just had to be the day. It's the last possible day for the window. I didn't see them go. I don't know how I missed it. I think the camera missed it. I think my ears missed it. Despite me looking out the window like 100 times, I missed it. So I don't exactly know. That must have been really fast and worked out really well. Godspeed. If we're lucky, we'll see them back at the feeders when they get flying good. Today, they'll just be somewhere out there and parents feeding them in a tree. But as we saw last year, we had at least one baby. You never know if it's more than one coming to the feeder and the parents coming over and feeding it there. So they will not go back to the box after they leave for pretty much any reason. But I will be keeping an eye out for them. There is a chance of another brood in the box this summer. It's not too late for one more. So we'll see. And it would be the same parents. So they would be rebuilding. We'll have to clean out the box. They would be rebuilding a nest and taking care of juveniles and taking care of new eggs and stuff all at the same time. It's a lot. It's amazing they can do all of that. I'm headed to the chiropractor today. Normal Tuesday stuff, even though Johnny's home. Johnny's welcome to come with me if they're up and they'd like to go. And let's see, what else? I guess that's it. I sure wish I'd got to see him go. And I don't see any signs of him in this close tree, so I don't know. I don't know exactly where they went. But I'm going to scour the ring footage and the Bluebird box footage again to see if I can see anything helpful.
Hey, Marty. Hi. I wasn't going to carry you off or anything.
I've already fed out here. I was out here at 6:45. feeding Morris, who I saw just a minute ago up the hill, but I don't see right now. You know, just to make sure his belly was full.
Hi, Gray. Hi, I got food. You don't really need to hide. You don't really need to hide. Hi. Hello. Hi, Gray. Here's your food up here, honey. Come here, Gray. Here's food. She goes, I'm just not quite sure.
And I'm off. It's nice of Dawn to get Ruby out for me. Ruby picked the back road, and I looked at navigation to see what the actual difference was, and now she's saying this is faster, but she was saying the other way was a minute faster. They're about the same today. I don't think there's a big hold up on the back road, but you know what? I don't trust the back road with all that construction going on over there. It could be fine 1 minute and not good the next. So through the neighborhood and out Judd Parkway it is. It's a pretty day here. We were plenty cool overnight. We're going to get up into the low 70s. You can see it's sunny today. We have cool weather through Friday. So like 40 degrees, 43 degrees or something really chilly on Friday. And then Sunday we could hit 90. So yeah. They said we're going to feel like summer next week and feel like summer for Memorial Day. You know, we generally don't start swimming in unheated swimming pools here before Memorial Day. We have lots of nice weather and picnics and people wearing summer clothes, and it goes up and down like you would expect spring to do. But generally people don't open up the pool until Memorial Day. And I've, you know, gone to plenty of Memorial Day parties, and some years it was stinking hot and the kids were on the water slide and we were all swimming in the pool and we were drinking, you know, slushies and iced beverages, and it was all great. And then other years it rained and it was in the 60s or low 70s and nobody wanted to be in the water. It was too darn cold. So it can be, Memorial Day is early this year for starters, and then on top of that it can be really variable. So yeah, I'm sure Johnny's headed to his father's house sometime this week, but I don't have a definite schedule yet. Summer school starts Monday, a week from yesterday, differential equations. So Johnny will just be home for a short visit here, but long enough to bring Gray home. You know, I'm good with moving her if it's for a week. I don't want to do planned moves for less than a week. I think that's a little rough on her, but a week is good. And let's see what else is going on. I don't know. I got to decide what I'm going to make for dinner tonight. I try to cook things I know Johnny particularly likes when they're here, so I'll have to give that a little bit of thought. They're going to do extra stuff on me today at the chiropractor, so I will be there longer than normal. I'm going to see the actual chiropractor today. I'm still having issues with my right, I would say it's everything from my right ear down to my, you know, shoulder blade on my back, all in that area at different times. Hurts, is numb, doesn't feel right. So I did start redoing some neck exercises to see if it would help. My neck is certainly popping and cracking and making noises if I move it a certain way. I don't know if it's neck related or shoulder related or what is going on, but whatever it is, I sure would like to be over it and hope that it's nothing serious, that it will go away or get better on its own. Well, now I know why we had a brief moment of red here. This light is under construction. There's construction work around the intersection and there are people directing traffic. Hopefully it won't take long. I got a 5-minute cushion today. It would be helpful not to chew it all up. Well, they're doing a very uncomplicated, just let one of the 4 directions go at a time, and unfortunately they had just let this way go when I pulled up, so it's actually quite a while here waiting to move through the intersection. So I picked wrong today. That's just the luck I have. Or as far as I know, at least I think I picked wrong. Hopefully we'll go here soon. Well, Ruby is doing a good job on FSD today. I like how she merged onto 64 here. She put on the signal and there was enough space, and she put on the accelerator and got up to speed, and it was really smooth. It's already 12:45 and I just left the chiropractor and came over here to Lowe's. Donna did a lot of adjustments on me today, including my jaw, which was super tight. And I would say that the funny sensations in my face and the, you know, little headache thing I had going on are totally gone. So what we did helped, and I am going to also see her again next week. I'm just going in to look at the clearance, see if I see anything. Try to continue to relax. All clear. clearance. Most of them were $4 or less. There is a nice verbena and a fancy begonia back behind there. Pentasque, calabocha, and some clematis vine. The clematis vine was the most expensive, but it was also the one that was in the really nice pot. I don't have my fob on me. It's in the car. Alrighty, let's hope to find some bargains. I do need to go into the Food Lion and get some more pork rinds for Dawn. I think we used up the last bag. A really well-dressed and clean-cut looking young man approached Ruby as I was getting into my car at Lowe's, and he was going to come over and start talking to me, and I just shook my head. And he's like, you know, he made all these gestures of why won't you talk to me or whatever. And I'm like, you know, you just don't approach women in parking lots like that. Really don't approach anybody like that. That's not what you do. As I pulled out, I saw that he was talking to, I would say, a grandmother and her granddaughter. I don't know what he wanted. And, you know, he was obviously working the parking lot, and I didn't like that. Not one darn bit. Hey, Donnie, you can be pleased that I don't feel the need to bring that home. I don't think it has a drainage home, but it is real cement. Well, believe it or not, I didn't find anything at Guardian Angel today. Boo-hoo. There was a lady with a green Chinese lantern, a pretty big one, in her cart. It was porcelain, not ceramic. You know, pottery. I might would have bought that if it wasn't in her cart. Oh well. I was, you know, a few minutes late. It just worked out that way today. I did remember to go over and get Dawn's pork rinds. And I'm headed over to Whole Foods now. Well, it's basically perfect weather today. It just doesn't get any nicer than this. We'll be begging for this come Sunday when we're supposed to hit 90. Well, everything was pretty smooth at Whole Foods today. Had my snack, headed home. I should get there about 3:30. There was just a post in one of the Fuquay Facebook groups that said, whatever you do, don't come in near McWally's and the Food Lion, which is where I was stuck this morning. It said it's over a 15-minute wait to get through that stoplight right now. So, thank you for the pro tip, and I will make sure I go into Fuquay proper and then come on home and not go the roundabout way, which is usually faster. It is 73. I guess it's a good first day for the Bluebird babies. Hopefully they're out there doing great. I did, you know, I really do wish that I had gotten them leaving on camera, but I didn't. And I think it had to do with how dark the box was this morning and that I was conserving turning the light on auto because of the battery was down to 20% in the box, but I really should have risked it today. I'll, you know, have to be frustrated with myself over that for a while before I forget about it, I guess. But the Ring cameras or nothing caught any of them leaving. But them leaving safely was the most important thing, and I can certainly confirm that there were no predators in the area of any type when they left, so they should have gotten up into the trees without any problems. They're only, you know, really vulnerable for that first few minutes, and then they're good. I did see Mom come back to the bird bath after they fledged, though, so they should still be in the area, although I want to say that pretty much every other year after they've fledged, they've not stayed near the box, basically at all. They go somewhere else. Last year's the first year we had the baby that was back out there, and I'm sure that was because we had the new pole in the front yard that we were able to see that. So hopefully we will see them, but all I'm trying to say is no no sightings on the Ring cameras or the bird feed cameras doesn't mean that they're, you know, something bad happened, because they just don't seem to stay in the vicinity of the box after they fledge. Well, I guess a lot of people diverted to come into town this way. My arrival home time went up by 7 minutes. And there's not very many people getting through each time the light turns. It's kind of really yuck over here right now.
So this is as far back as the Cybertruck backed into the Cyberport the other day. So I've come out now and I've put some black landscaping fabric over the pole, which is just laying on the ground. And I found this piece of plastic trim that's nice and white. So I'm going to put that there, and I'm hoping it'll come back. It only needs to come back a foot more and I'll be satisfied. If it goes back a foot and a half, and basically almost to that hole, that'd be great. But the tailgate's got to come down, and so you know, you want to be able to stand behind the tailgate. So that's why I said a foot is plenty, and we'll still be able to stand on the asphalt and reach into the bed. So that's why I said a foot would be plenty, and we'd still be able to do it. So cross your fingers next time we go out and come back and the Cybertruck parks. We'll see how it does, if it picks up on this, because I was thinking it didn't recognize all that stuff on the ground. I'm not saying it's going to recognize this, but it might pick up that that's the end of the line there, that white line. Who knows? We'll see. Well, I'm going to open up the Tesla universal wall connector and get the paperwork out and just take a peek at it, see what it all is coming with it. Not going to actually try to do any install, but maybe this weekend. So if I have to order something, you know, tonight's just Tuesday night, I can get it in by this weekend big time. So I'm just going to double check everything that I got what I need. Well, it's pretty. You know, Tesla did real good with the packaging. Of course, they saved a couple trees here. This is the instructions. You know, basically you do the QR code, I guess, and go for it. So I'll see what I can do. Well, I guess they did okay. This is the install guide. You know, you need size wire from 4 to 12, and you know, a couple screws, template up against the wall, snap the cover on. We'll see. It doesn't look like too much. I'm gonna hook a cord up to it. I'm not going to hardwire it. I'm going to plug it into the NEMA 1450 outlet out there at the carport. So I've got a 1450 cord, and that's what I'm going to use to actually hook this thing up, at least temporarily. Someday, you know, when we get everything all set, gateway, all that other kind of stuff, then I'll wire up something more powerful.
I've got bacon wrapped, cheese topped, cream cheese stuffed, you know, the chicken breasts ready for dinner. And I'm going to work on this for a few minutes. Don's outside finishing up what we were doing right when we stopped to go to the landfill. You can see him over there at the carport, the Cyberport. And yeah, I would say I'm still having a good bit of relief from the adjustment today. Not perfect, but good. Certainly good enough to feel like fooling with my Lego for a few minutes. It's 6:15, so I won't be here for too long though. It's 95% done. I'm going to have to do the rest of the tweaks tomorrow and when a couple of parts come in the mail.